So let's discuss breaking out your AdWords account and developing keyword lists. Well, there's a couple different things that we can do for keywords. Keywords can be built out based on products. They can be based on product numbers, symptoms, problems. For instance, let's take a look at Nike football. All right, and I started to make a list of all the keywords that I could find that somebody might search for if I was searching for Nike football shoes. Well, obviously, I could create keywords based around each different type of shoe. For instance, we have Nike Vapor. Well, if we look in Nike Vapor, there's the Vapor Untouchable Pro, there's the Vapor Untouchable Jewels, the Vapor Untouchable Solar Flare, the Vapor Shark 2, the Vapor Speed 2, the Vapor Strike 5 TD. These could all be keywords. In addition, we could have keywords that are centered around men's, girls, and boys. So it could be boys Vapor Untouchable Pro, uh, girls Vapor Untouchable 2 Jewels. So again, when we make out our keywords, the best thing to do is to create one giant list of keywords. So if we go back in here, all right, Nike Alpha. Let's go to the Nike Alpha. So we would be Nike Alpha Field General Elite, Nike Alpha Shark, Alpha Shark 2, Alpha Pro 2. So let's go ahead and add those. Alpha Pro 2, Alpha Field General Camo, Alpha Field General Pro. And again, we can go on and on and on. Let's go back to that main page here. And let's do Nike Vapor. So we have the Vapor Untouchable, Vapor Untouchable Pro, Vapor Untouchable Jewels, so on and so forth. So after I create my giant list of keywords, and you see my giant list of keywords here, I start separating them by similar grouped keywords. So if you take a look, you can see that we have certain themes here. There's Nike Force keywords, Alpha keywords, and Vapor keywords. And this is going to be important when we create these ads. So let's separate these out a little bit into different keyword groups. Nike Force, that would be down here in this group. Nike Alpha would be in this group. And then Nike Vapor would be in this group. So as you can see here, now we have three groups of keywords. So ad group 1 would be Nike Alpha Football. Ad group 2 would be Nike Force Football. And ad group 3 would be Nike Vapor Football. So we started off with one giant list of keywords. Now we've separated these keywords into individual ad groups. And the reason why we did that is because now we can create an ad that specifically mentions the Vapor shoe, or an ad that specifically mentions the Force shoe, or that specifically mentions the Alpha shoe. And that's really important for Google, that the advertiser has an ad that speaks directly to the group of keywords that it's advertising to. So each one of these ad groups would have different ads. Going back to our presentation here, it's also important to remember that keywords have different match types, okay? And the way that match types work is this way. The more exact you can get with your keywords, the cheaper it is. But Google realizes that not everybody is an advertising genius, okay? So a lot of times what they do is they offer a few different ways to advertise for the novice, okay? And the first one is called broad match. So if we go down here and we look at broad match keywords are keywords in a setting that tells Google, okay, find if a search for anything related to this keyword is done, show my ad. So even though we have indicated Nike Alpha as our keyword, if we had this in the broad match setting, it would show ads even if somebody's looking up Nike Force or Nike Vapor, because Nike Alpha is a type of football shoe. So it would make Google would say, okay, it's closely related to Nike Force, Nike Vapor. Your ads may even show for Reebok football shoe. All right, because it's in this broad match setting, you can come up with keyword lists that are small and they cover a wide range of different searches. Phrase match is another type of keyword match type, where if we put quotation marks around this word, our ads would only show if we use the keywords Nike Alpha in that search query. So it could show up for things like Nike Alpha football shoe, Nike Alpha cleats, but not something like Nike Cleats Alpha. Again, phrase match, it has to contain those keywords in it. The next one is exact match. Exact match means that it has to be that search query and nothing else, and it's signified by brackets. So in this case, only when somebody searches Alpha Field General Pro will my ad appear. Not for something like Nike Alpha Field General Pro, but just Alpha Field General Pro. Again, the exact match, the search query has to exactly match that keyword. In phrase match, it has to match at least this a little bit, meaning that it has to have the words Nike Alpha in the search. And then as far as broad match, it can be anything related to this type of keyword. The search query can be related in any way to that search term. So if broad match is so powerful and so many different keywords or search queries can be used that would show up, why don't more people use it? Well, again, Google rewards the people that are most relevant to the searcher. So what happens here is that this exact match keyword is a lot less money. They charge a lot less money to bid on this keyword, up to 50% less than this keyword. So it's important that when we build keyword lists that we use a combination of phrase match keywords, exact match keywords, and then also broad match keywords. That way we find that way we have a good representation of all the different type of keywords, all right? And then the last type of keyword is the negative keywords. Now these are words that we don't want our ads to show for. So for instance, if we were selling only Nike cleats, we wouldn't want to show for somebody searching Reebok cleats. So we would type in the negative sign or the dash and the keyword Reebok. This way, if somebody was typing in Reebok Force Solar Flare or Reebok Alpha Shark, our ad wouldn't show. So we would create a group of negative keywords. Some other negative keywords may be the word baseball, because again, we're selling football cleats here. Free. We're trying to sell things. We're not trying to give things away. A negative one would be half off. So you could come up with a giant list of negative keywords here. So our keyword list looks pretty good. We got 3 ad groups and then a bunch of negative keywords here too. Again, here's how the broad match, phrase match, and exact match works. So make sure that you pay attention to this when you're choosing your keywords. But let's talk a little bit about our ads. So we have our keywords here. Let's create an ad for each one of these. Now, the Google ad structure, this is what an ad looks like. You have 2 headlines up here that are 30 characters each max, a display destination URL. In this instance, it's ticketsnow.com/lightningnhl/tickets, and then a description line of an 80 characters max. There's also certain things that you can add on to your ads called extensions that feature things like unique selling prepositions, links to website pages, amenities, callouts. In this example, it would be the A+ accredited business, BBB, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's go ahead and create an ad for each one of these ad groups. So our ad would be something like, get the latest Nike cleats, best deals in town, save money on Nike's Alpha football cleats, wide, let's move this over a second, wide selection of colors and sizes. So this ad would be great. Again, one of the things that we want to keep in mind when we're creating an ad for the ad group of keywords is that we include the keyword in our ad, which we have done here. Another thing we want to do is drive them with a call to action. Get the latest Nike cleats, best deals in town, save money on Nike's Alpha football cleats, wide selection of colors and sizes. So again, we have a call to action of get the latest Nike cleats. We can even add something of order online today, free shipping and easy returns. So again, let's see how many characters that is. It's less than 80, that's good. Okay, so Our ad for this particular ad group would get the latest Nike cleats, best deals in town, save money on Nike's Alpha football cleats, order online today, free shipping, and easy returns. Our website is www.nike.com/football cleats /alpha. So this would be our one ad. And I'll even, you know what? I'll even color it just for you guys. So let's format that and let's make that bold and we'll make it blue just like the ad in the display. We'll make this one green. All right. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. So here's the ad that I created for this ad group. Now I'm just going to go ahead and copy this and add this here. Get the latest Nike cleats. Force Nike Force. Let's see, get the latest Nike cleats. Get bury the competition. Nike Force football cleats. Take your game to the next level with Nike's Force football cleats. Free shipping and sale prices. Buy your pair today. Pretty great ads, I think. So now that we have our keyword now that we have our ad groups with our keywords and our ads, let's talk about what's next.